Hello, neighbors, and welcome to the Pulse, Lake Wildwood's news and information program. I'm Paul Town, and this is the news for the week starting Friday, May 22nd. A message from our General Manager, Brian Cox. Greetings, Lake Wildwood. It appears that we are now entering into a rebooting stage of the COVID-19 guidelines, and I'm sure, like me, we're all very anxious to get back to our social routines and work. I'm still getting a lot of emails and messages suggesting what we should be doing as an association to manage the crisis and what protocols we should be following. There are some days that you just cannot foresee the extreme positions on either the stay more controlled or open up the community, because these things are all nonsense. Regardless of your source of information, either from CNN, Fox, MSNBC, or the radio, Lake Wildwood Association is and will be following the guidelines set forth by the Nevada County Board of Health and nothing else. We have an obligation to be compliant with state and county regulations. Taking a personal stance on the issue is not and will not be part of our decision making. As much as I appreciate the advice and personal opinions of so many residents, please understand that we're going to shoot straight down the middle and comply with what we are being asked to do. Many people have asked if we're going to have a 4th of July celebration. I tried to delay the decision as long as possible due to the large amount of preparation needed to put on such an event and the time needed for planning. The 4th of July celebration that Lake Wildwood traditionally has will not be happening. Currently, the state of California has banned all outside events, including sporting events, fairs, concerts, festivals, and any other event that causes gatherings. The 4th of July is just such an event. In addition to the 4th of July concerns, our pool operations will not be open until the county has allowed us to do so. At this time, we do not have any idea when that will occur. It's my hope it will be soon, but we cannot tell until we get more information from the county. Lake Wildwood is currently in the process of starting our fire fuel reduction program. Many of you already may be aware, and others should become up to date on a new rule change for the safety of all residents that was adopted as of January 20th. This rule regulates the fire safety standards of our association roadside landscaping. Environmental Management Rule 6.30.05 addresses roadside clearance requirements mandated by the Nevada County. This addresses the buffer zone between the members' individual lots and the Lake Wildwood Association's paved roadways. This area, known as Fuel Management Area, FMA, the fuel management area consists of the area of land abutting the roadway starting 12 feet from the center line of the road and continuing for the distance of 10 feet, the area of land abutting the roadway pavement edge, and continuing for a distance of 10 feet, whichever is less. The rule also states that all trees within the FMA will be elevated to a height of 15 feet. The purpose for this buffer zone is to slow or stop the spread of wildfire along our roadways during an evacuation. It is also important for the safety of the firefighters defending our community. Lake Wildwood has taken operational steps to create a new division of our Public Works Department to address the road clearance requirements. The Fire Management Operations Division of Public Works has been formed to address the clearance regulations as stated in the new rule. The new division is the boots on the ground. They will be conducting the clearing and removal of roadside fire fuel in accordance with the state code. We believe this new division of Public Works Department to be the only community-established fire fuel reduction focused division in the state of California. A new sub-department will consist of 2 new full-time employees that will be supervised by our current lead foreman of the Public Works staff, Greg Meyer, Lake Wildwood Director of Public Works, will be overseeing the division and providing support, equipment, training, and guidance. as specified and needed. Please visit our website, lwwa.org, for more detailed information. In board news, the planning meeting will be May 26 at 1:30. This will be a virtual meeting. It will be available on the Pulse YouTube channel, or you can use the link on the members' homepage at lwwa.org the day of the meeting. Defensible Space Advisory visits are up and running again. This is a good time to schedule a visit and get some advice on what you can do to increase your defensible space. Remember, these are only advisory visits. The association will not be having the green waste drop-off for the remainder of the season due to the COVID-19 guidelines. Fortunately, the Fire Safe Council of Nevada County has received funding to hold green waste drops in 3 locations. One of the locations will be at the Penn Valley Rodeo Grounds. The drop-offs will run Sunday through Tuesday until June 27th. The hours of operations will be 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Please refer to the Fire Safe Council's website, areyouffiresafe.com, for further information or to schedule a defensible space visit. There's also a great need for volunteers. Thank you for your support. Burn day permits are now required from the fire department. To obtain a residential burn permit, the process is to go to the county website, burnpermit.fire.ca.gov, and fill out the form, print it, and watch the 3-minute video. The phone number to call in order to check for a burn day is 274-7928. Listen for status in our area. Remember, not all days are burn days. Only those burn days listed on the message are approved for burning. It is extremely important to follow proper rules and safety measures when burning. Burn permits are not available from the EMO office. It's assessment time. If you'd like to move to quarterly payments, please complete the quarterly installment plan contract and return it to the administration office no later than June 1st. The contract can be mailed to Audrey Krieger at audreyk@lwwa.org, mailed to 11255 Cottontail Way, or fax to 432-2044. All amenity payments are now online: golf cart, tennis, pickleball. You'll find the link on the members page at lwwa.org. Annual boat renewals will be billed separately. Please follow instructions on the statement. Boat decals will be mailed to you. Please allow 2 weeks for processing time. It's time to break out your weed eater. By rules, grasses should be no taller than 4 inches. I find it usually takes 2 times to do my yard before the June 15th deadline. Great news! The clubhouse is reopening with some limitations. Here's Dustin with the 411.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dustin here, the Director of Food and Beverage at the Lake Wildwood Clubhouse, the Oaks. And I am here today to talk through a little bit of our operation and what you can expect when coming into the restaurant now. As we know, this pandemic has changed how we currently live every day, and it's impacted restaurants greatly. You will now see 6-foot distances for all tables. You'll see limitations on the capacity that we can have at our restaurant, and you will see guidelines that we're following that have been put out by Nevada County's health department. So just to give you a couple of ideas of what you can expect, every day our staff will be checked regarding their temperatures. We are filling out this 3-page procedure daily to ensure that we're as safe as possible. It's a really rigorous operating procedure just to ensure that we're sanitizing during certain periods of time, washing our hands during certain periods of time, and always wearing our protective gear. So you'll see us wearing gloves. You're already seeing this at most restaurants and around grocery stores. Masks. All of our servers will be required to wear masks during this time. Again, that's to protect you and ourselves as we continue to provide this service. We are committed to delivering the same products, the quality of products that we once had on our menu, but because we are going to be experiencing shortages in the market and significant price increases for different meats and things like that, it will be a challenge to deliver consistency with pricing. So right now, the pork market and the beef market's a little bit challenging to understand. So we have stuck to most of our pricing structure, but you will see on our menu that pork is now at market price. We've seen some of the meats go up $9 a pound as to what they already were. So again, COVID has impacted so many different operations, not just restaurants. It's the people that are providing the products to us. So we'll continue to navigate through that, but the limited bar menu that we have developed will be presented to you when you have dined in. It's also located on our website, lwwa.org, under the Food and Beverage Department. And it will also be on the Oaks Clubhouse page, the group page that I created, the Oaks Clubhouse Lake Wildwood. If you search that, you can find it as well. We have our whiskey, beer, and wine menu laminated. So we will be sanitizing these rigorously and passing those around for dine-in services. So you'll be expecting that as well. And again, everything is about health and safety right now. I know that every news broadcast is talking about COVID. I know that we've all been living it for a while, and you'll just keep hearing the same things: washing of hands, wearing protective gear, and things like that. So as we've opened up the restaurant, we've also decided to take a very slow approach to ensure that we have the right procedures in place to operate and function appropriately. So we're going to open the clubhouse very similar to how the county is opening. So technically right now the county's in phase 2 of opening procedures, and that is including restaurants. Our restaurant is in what we're calling phase 1. And phase 1 is going to be a limited capacity. We're accepting reservations only for dine-in, just to ensure we can accommodate people and make it as safe and efficient as possible. We are also offering to-go curbside pickup. And week by week, we're just going to gauge what that looks like. So the first phase is also just bringing back our management and supervisors to ensure that we're implementing the right procedures and following the right guidelines effectively. The next phase will include bringing back more servers, and again, we're just trying to gauge what to expect with this new normal that we're navigating through. So. That's really all I have for now. Banquets and events, we're going to continue to seek guidance on that. So we've had to cancel a lot of events and banquets for the time being. You probably won't see live music for any period of time until we get more guidance on what that will look like. So just like you on your day-to-day and your business models, we're trying to figure out what the next steps are going to be. So I am actively seeking out guidance daily about what to expect, and we'll just continue to monitor that. But if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to email me at dustinw@lwwa.org. I'd be happy to answer that. You can find us on Facebook, like I mentioned, under the group page, the Oaks Clubhouse, Lake Wildwood, and you can find a lot of information on the website, lwwa.org. We appreciate your patience during this time. We're going to do the best to just make it as seamless as possible when you come in. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dustin. Currently, the hours of operations, Sunday and Monday, they're closed. Tuesday through Saturday, girls service from 11 until 2. Tuesday and Wednesday from 5 to 8, to-go service. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, patio seating by reservations only, as well as to-go service. Call 432-1155 for to-go or dining reservations. In golf news, here's Jim Knight with a reminder of our new golf procedures.
Well, hello everybody. My name's Jim Knight. I'm the head golf professional at Lake Wildwood, and I am here because we have some great news. Nevada County Health Department has told us that we can open up the golf course. So, first of all, I want to hope that everybody has remained safe, and I want everyone to know how much we've missed you and we look forward to seeing you. But with the golf course opening up, we do have to follow some guidelines to make sure that we are still a safe sport. So I want to run by those for you right now. We're going to start with golf is going to be for members only. We will allow guests as long as they are staying at your residence within sight of Lake Wildwood. Okay, so members only. We're asking when you come out to play that all players, you're going to check in. If you're on the annual membership, just knock on the window and we will check you in. If you do have to pay your green fees, we're asking that no more than 2 come into the pro shop at a time. When you get in the pro shop, you're going to see a couple X's on the floor. They're 6 feet apart. So while one person's at the counter, the next one, please follow that social distancing and stay on that X till it's your turn. You're going to come in through the door by the clubhouse and you'll exit through the door into the parking lot. If you do have to pay green fees, we encourage you to call before you come out and we can take your payment through a credit card right over the phone. Could be easier for you, so please take advantage of that also. Unfortunately with that, it has to be the day of play. We won't be able to have you call on Monday to play Tuesday or Tuesday to play Wednesday and so forth. It'll have to be the day of play. Golf carts, we will not be renting golf carts. Members, you can bring your own golf cart. We do want 1 person per cart unless you're with your spouse or somebody else that's living in your household. We need to keep things safe. We are going to modify our flag sticks. So the ball now will be able to go into the cup. It'll be able to go in about 2 inches or so. We do ask that you don't touch the flag sticks. The brakes in the bunkers will be gone. So what we want you to do, if you hit the ball out of the bunker, just use your foot and smooth out the sand that your mark makes. We also would ask that you don't sit on the benches on all the tee boxes. We do have benches out there, and please, if you sit on the benches, we know your hands are going to be all over the benches, and then the next person's going to be right there also. The ball washers will not be in use, so we ask that bring a wet towel or something like that. If you need to clean your golf ball, you can clean it with your own towel. While we're out there playing, please, we need to remember the social distancing. So please, no handshakes, high fives, hugs. I know it's going to be tough, but after a while we're going to get through this and then we'll be able to get back there high-fiving and congratulating everybody on good shots that way. Bad news is the county has told us we can open up the golf course, but they've also told us we cannot open up the driving range. So the driving range will be closed. We will have the flags in the practice putting and the practice chipping greens, but you're going to need to bring your own balls, and we're going to really need to be aware of the social distancing on the putting and practice chipping greens. When you're done playing, please no grouping around the pro shops. I know it's going to be tough. We need to stay that 6 feet apart, so we need to think about that when we're done golfing also, and while we're out there. And if we all follow these guidelines, I know we can be safe. Golf will be a safe sport. And speaking of golfing with the golf course open, unfortunately, I know so many of you enjoyed our beautiful golf course when you've been walking all through the day in it. But now that the golfers are going to be back on the golf course, our policies at Lake Wildwood say that you cannot be on the golf course walking while golfers are on the course. And we are going to be so busy now that we're open, so it's probably going to have golfers on the course well into 5 or 6 o'clock at night. So please follow those rules. If we all do this and keep our social distancing, we will get out of this phase really soon and get into where more things can be opened up. So thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the golf course.
Thanks, Jim. We'll have an update from Bill Hamilton next week. Good news! Meadow Park Bocce Club play has resumed. Weekly games on Monday and Wednesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. and 10, and evenings at 6. Drop-in players are welcome. First come, first serve. Or sign up beforehand at the sign-up sheet posted on the club shed. 2-person team formats due to the mandated COVID guidelines. Social distancing and face mask rules apply. For more information, call Gary at 432-9059. Our security update comes from our security manager, Pete Newell.
Well, greetings once again. Pete Newell, your security manager here at Lake Wildwood. You know, this time of year, summertime, we usually bring on a couple of seasonal employees, and I would like to introduce you to, at least tell you about, two of our newest employees. We hired a young man named Joseph Monk recently. He comes from the United States Air Force and also has a security background. He has started already as our extra patrol park officer. He'll be in the parks over the weekends, 3 days a week, primarily focusing on parking violations, permits, dogs in the park, those kind of things. But he will be spending most of his time in the park. So I'm hoping that he has a lot more positive contacts with our community. You're certainly willing to reach out to him and say hello. He will be here all summer long. Our next employee is a long-time homeowner. Her name is Nicole Carrier. She has experience in the past as an ambulance driver, as an EMT with Sierra Nevada Ambulance, and as a corrections officer with the Nevada County Sheriff's Office. Right now, her position here will be that of what we call dispatcher, which is actually a third gate officer that operates phones and computers out of the sight of the community. We get a lot of heavy call, a lot of busy days and heavy calls during the summertime, and having that third person answering the phone can really cut down on your wait time and things like that. We're hoping that she sticks around past summer because with her experience and the fact that she's part of the community already, she could make a good member of our team going forward permanently. Over just last weekend, Joseph did come up with 16 parking violations in the parks, all permits. We know it's new and a new summer, and that it always has a little bit of a learning curve, even though it's always the rule and same thing every summer. So we asked for your patience and for you to get on your guests and get your parking permits and do it all correctly. We did. I think we did 9 speeding tickets this week, and we're happy to report that other than that, we had almost no security activity, nothing serious to report at all. We did have 2 mountain lion sightings 3 days apart in almost the same location up on Sun Forest. Last Friday, the 15th, at about 10 p.m. in the evening, and then again on Monday at about midnight. So it appears that up there where we buffer some ranch land off to the north, we've got probably a cat living up there. So be on the lookout, and we'll continue to tell you about it when we hear about it. That's all for this week. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you soon.
I'd like to thank Pete and his officers for doing their best to keep our community safe and secure. Well, that's the news for this week. I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the Pulse's YouTube channel, home of our virtual Board of Directors meetings. Until next time, stay safe and healthy and happy.